Worldcon, the 3 essential elements. If you look at the programme for any modern Worldcon, you'll find hundreds of individual programme items, and many of them appear on each year's schedule. But there are only 3 things which have to happen at every Worldcon. The first event, and the one which Worldcons are probably most well known for outside of the sci-fi and fantasy community, are the Hugo Awards. These are broadly the Oscars of the genre, writing and content world. The awards are presented in a ceremony that often forms a focal point of one of the evenings at Worldcon, usually the Friday or Saturday night. The second essential element is the World Science Fiction Society Business Meeting. You might recall from a previous vlog that the WSFS is the body which owns Worldcon in terms of maintaining control of the intellectual property. The business meeting is a long process. Subcommittees and the main meeting are scheduled for a significant part of most days of the convention. It might not be the most exciting item on the programme, but it's very necessary, and towards the end of their agenda of activities, the business meeting announces the results of the third essential element of any Worldcon: site selection. Whilst potential convention committees might start investigating the possibility of hosting a Worldcon a decade before their proposed con date, attracting support for a bid begins in earnest some 4 or 5 years in advance, with site selection for any individual iteration of Worldcon taking place 2 years in advance. Site selection is decided in a process which initially seems very straightforward, but which has some logistical quirks which make it seem more complex than it really is. In summary, everyone pays a small sum to vote, and whether the location they voted for wins or not, that fee goes to the winning bid as a form of seed money. The current host has to facilitate and assist the site selection process with help from AtCon volunteers. Site selection is not a programme item, but it's a fundamental element of every Worldcon, and ensures that Worldcon members get to show their support, or even opposition to, any bid, even those which are unopposed. Next time, I'll talk more about the Hugo Awards.